And we're back. Okay, hopefully this works. I could not, guys. I apologize, and I'm a little embarrassed about what just happened on IG with my internet. I just so you guys know, if you don't know, I live in a resort town, and we're just so overpopulated right now with one tower. Also, I put my comments members only, just so we wouldn't have the same riffraff in the IG chat because that was very distracting. I know a lot of people weren't happy. So that's why I put it on members for that sole reason. All right, so we're gonna kind of like start over. Third time's a charm. And so to recap, we'll do a quick recap for everybody who didn't hear or is joining late or joining now. Go ahead, or go ahead, Luana. Luana was. Well, go ahead. Explain the whole situation again.
No, so in 2020, I received a call on Facebook from a couple people who supposedly had someone who was in a domestic violence situation, and they asked if I could help since I was in Kentucky and etc. And I said yes. I got the contact of the supposed victim, and I got in touch with her. I used to talk to her through codes and everything. Um, and I got this person who is Karine out the house with her son Pierre, and I took her to file an EPO against her husband. And after that, she
Let
had
me
no.
jump in for a second. When Karine, which is important, when Karine showed up, she only had the clothes on her back, and with Pierre, the same thing. Also, this was back. Remember 2 years ago when Paul was like walking the streets, just missing his son. He didn't know when he was going to see him again. That's this time frame. And I know she's trying to quickly recap it, but there's a lot of things that need to be said. Luana is not a bad Luana. What do you do for a living? Like, what's your background?
So I work with illegal. I work with immigration. I work in home
So
office.
she knows what she's doing. Um, and Luana, can you just explain the whole like 4 month thing? And because that was like an important piece of the puzzle. Because everyone's kind of trying to drag you right now, Luana.
So
And
I'm not a simple victim advocate. I'm someone who went through domestic violence and unfortunately human trafficking before. So I know how it feels like when you need somebody's help and you don't have anybody's help. So
I'm
after
sorry about that, by the way.
being surviving all of this, I help if I see someone who is in a domestic violence situation or a human trafficking situation, I help to connect this person with resources, and I'm happy to see that person leave that situation. Okay, and a lot of people, when they know somebody who is going through something, they reach me out. They reach me out through Facebook. They reach me out through Instagram. They reach me out to those who are closer. They reach me out on my phone. They just, and I do what I can for them.
You have a good heart, and you the detail that I would love to hear again in like its length was what Luana took Karine into her home for 4 months. It was out of the goodness of her own heart. She wasn't getting paid by any nobody to take care of Karine. You want to go back into like more detail about that? Because I'd rather you say it than me.
So I never received anything from Karini, and I never had intentions to receive anything from her. I never received money. I don't get paid to do these things. Like I said, I suffer under my skin. I know what it's being a victim of domestic violence under my skin. So why would I try to charge any money for try to help somebody? I helped her because at that moment I thought was the best thing that I could do for her. And
And
I
that
thought
was out of the
on
goodness
the
of your
right,
own heart.
and I did with all my heart. I opened my house. I opened my family intimacy. I fed her. I gave her clothes. I gave
Kind of
my
reminds
son
me of Larissa
clothes.
and Carmen a little bit.
Me and a group of women, we donate money to Karine. We did everything to help her. Everything that we could and what we couldn't to help her. Not once, but twice.
So the first time she stayed with you for the 4 months, you put clothes on her back, you fed her and her son, you put clothes on her son's back, all out of the goodness of your heart because you're a good person. And then after 4 months, you were saying, and then you helped her get the restraining order. You want to talk about that?
Yes, I soon when I pick her up from her house, I drove to the courthouse and I helped her to get an EPO against Paul.
So this is someone who's got no, like this is not a Karine hater. This woman took Karine in and did everything humanly possible for her, without any type of payment, anything, nothing, zero, zilch.
No. And I would like to make clear here right now that I have a lot of people sending me following requests. I'm not here for followers either. I'm not interested in money or anything. I'm
Well,
interested
as I take
in
it,
the truth.
you're fed up with her, and we're gonna get to that point. You know what the down, what happened, what the downfall was. Um, So what was, what did she tell you? I'm just going off our, our last live, kind of just to like, regurgitate a couple things. What did she tell you? You helped her get the EPO, and then what was Karine doing behind your back?
So at the first, she didn't anything against me or anybody. She just left in a very bad way. She should have had spoke with me and said, "Hey, I want to go back with him. I'm communicating with me." She just took it off. A man came with a man came drove by to my home. She gave my address to somebody, and somebody came and picked her up, and I let her go because it was her choice. So
Right.
after that, we stayed like a year and a half without speak with each other. She was living her life, I was living mine. And then at the end of last year, 2021, problems start to happen again. So
And did you hear how long was did she? Sorry, guys. I'm like, it's hot. I've had Wi-Fi problems. Like I'm just like I've been up since 6 a.m. I'm a little tired. Okay, so I forgot what I was going to ask you anyway. So keep going.
so at the end of last year, close to Christmas,
Oh,
somebody
did you hear from her when after she left your house? Like, what was the gap in time? Did she keep in contact with you?
no, we had zero contact at all.
And how long was the zero contact for?
Over a year and a half, I would
And I
say.
hate to like beat a dead horse here, but this is someone that just took her in out of the goodness of her own heart into her home, fed and clothed both her and her child, helped her do restraining orders against Paul, um, showed up for court, did whatever she could, and then Karina decides to leave, right? And go back with Paul, and she doesn't hear from you in a year and a half.
Yes, a year and a half. And just to make sure, I'm not diminishing Karine for her to have went back to Paul. I'm just stating what happened so everybody can understand the rest of the story.
Yes.
So last year in December, a person who was helping Karine with her Instagram, a girl who was helping her, reached me out on Facebook and she was begging me, please help. And then I asked her, are you talking about Karine? this Karine specifically, and she said yes, yes, she need help, she need to leave the house, and blah blah blah. I said, oh my god, I don't want to get involved. Then after
Well,
a lot of
can I ask you a
insistence,
question?
yes.
Was this because you said you got her into the home? That's where you're going now, right?
Well, I didn't want to get involved because when a victim, we know a victim goes several times to an abusive partner,
Right.
but I didn't want to get her into my home again. But then again, my heart was speaking louder. And that was when I got in trouble because I decided to help Karine once more. So again, I told Karine if she
Well,
had.
don't feel bad because I always give people two chances. Fool me once, fool me twice, blah blah blah. That whole song and dance.
There
So
wasn't no shelters available, no vouchers available. And again, Luana rescued Karine from her house and I let you stay with me again in my home.
and how long was that? Was it that time?
So the second time she came in December and she stayed until April 14th.
All right, so it's a good 5 months. And I wanted to make it clear too, because Luana did say the first time she was at the house for the 4 months, Karine was very respectful, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because this isn't going to be like, I'm going to give credit where it's due. And, she was very respectful and she wasn't like, tearing your house up, like she was more worried about Pierre at that point in the first visit.
So the great fact about the second time when she came, Paul and her has a disagreement at home, and he took off with both children. So Karine was alone, and I told her, if you are moving on with an EPO and a divorce case or whatever, you have to leave, and then legally we go and resolve the other things.
Well, can I ask a question? Was the EPO still intact after she went back to him?
No, we tried to file another one, but when we went to the courthouse, guess who was at the courthouse?
Was it Paul?
Paul. And Paul went first
Oh,
went
go
and
ahead.
filed an EPO first.
Oh my God, you should have been doing this whole time. Go ahead. Paulie does Paulie. Never mind. I
Uh,
am tired. Go ahead, girl. Speak
anyway,
it.
um, she came back to my home and she stayed here with me for all this time. But during the second time when she came here, she started to act differently in a few months. Okay, she started meeting people and talking to a lot of people.
Like
Then
what kind of people?
a lot of people, I mean, a lot of men. There is nothing wrong with a person to enjoy yourself, but
Right.
I think she does that a little bit too much. I helped her to get a job. She got a job.
What was it like? What kind of job was it?
She was working in a hotel as a housekeeper.
Okay.
Got a job. The first thing I told her, if you want your kids back with you, you need work. You need a job.
Logical.
After a job, you need a place. So let's fix everything. So I took the front and I connected her with resources. I brought her to work every day because Karine doesn't drive. She don't have a driver's license yet. So I used to drive her to work before I even go to my work. I used to drive her to work, and then I had to settle a plan with my husband to pick her up from work every day. After all,
Again, now were you getting paid by anybody for this the second time she was at your house? Like, were anybody compensating you for like Karine being there? Like the
no,
second.
no, no,
So
no.
4 months the first time, and then 5 months. So almost a year. You had her. You were putting her up.
Yes, I had I have an app with a Uber connected to her phone. So anytime that she was leaving early or something happened at her job, She could just pick up an Uber, okay, be in charge from my account, or she could go whatever she wants.
Luana, I got a bridge to sell you. I don't know if you're interested. Like, it's pretty. God, girl, you are just too nice.
I
You are
was
too
worried about
nice.
her and I cared about her like she was a family. But that was my mistake and lesson learned.
So, what happened the second time around? And first off, what happened to the job that you helped get for her? Like, what was did it work out?
Oh, she was working every day. She was doing everything she was supposed to. CPS got involved in her case. Then she started seeing the kids. Then CPS asked me, as I showed you earlier, CPS asked me to supervise the visitations. I was taking Karine like in alternate days to take drug tests because she have a strong allegations. Paul has strong allegations against her of the use of alcohol and drugs.
Well,
Until
we've
this
seen her with
point,
the alcohol. We've seen her like but
until
drugs.
this point, she was doing great. 1.5 months after she started to seeing her kids and she met certain people, she started to going out with these people every day, every night,
And
and
that's
then
while
she
she was
started
at
to
your
drink
house.
a lot.
That's while she was at your house and working at the hotel.
Yes, and she started to. I start to get complaints from because I know the supervisor from the hotel is a person from my husband's family who got her job, and I start to hear complaints about them because she was going to work and feeling like drunk and hangover and all that, and I didn't knew how to talk to her or how to resolve that because it was going a little bit too far. Other than that, she started to meet with a lot of men. She talks with a man. She talks with a man after other men, then after other men, and after other men. She was talking about with six different people.
Wait, that's a lot of information in like 15 seconds. Like, oh my god. Can you say that all over again and the men and the men and the men and the men part?
Yeah, she was talking to this man, then that man, then the other man, then the man in Canada, then men here, then men in another state, the men's everywhere.
So she had men across the board, across the globe.
Yes, across the globe. And she met a person who was a friend of mine, ex-boyfriend, and then she started to hang out with this guy. This guy is just disgusting.
Was this while she was at your house the
Yes,
second time? And was she bringing these like winners back to your house? Like, was she like?
without my authorization, she brought the two of these people in my house, and me and my family was like
Do you have kids?
going on, and I have kids.
Like how many?
I have 5 children.
Oh well,
I have 5 children. Two,
wait.
two
Did you
step
say five?
and 3 are my children.
There's five. You're taking. Oh my god. Someone give her sainthood. 5 children.
5 children, ages from 3 to 20.
I'm speechless. I'm never not without words. But oh my god.
But anyways,
I just amazed how gracious and you are. Like you're taking care of your 5 children and putting food on the table for them, and and then you're taking care of Karine and her child. Like they're your kids too. It's like God, you are a good person. Like you are a good like. I'm gonna pray to you at night. Like God, that's
I,
incredible.
I had contact with Karine family, and I really feel like today, right now, at this moment, I feel sorry for them because they are good people, and they don't deserve seeing what they have seen. Karine, she just turned out something that I was there with her. I don't know if because the what she went through or whatever in her life, but something bad just came out from her, and she started having these bad behaviors. And the main thing, she started to blame people for her own bad choices. So she started to get in and start to do things behind my back because I told her, you are taking dumb decisions and poor. And I repeat that to her and people who she was talking to, and she didn't like it, so she turned it against me. But I did everything that I could for Karine and her kids, even supervising. And sometimes, some days, she was working during the weekends. Me and my husband used to alternate and watch the kids. And plus, I have a
Did
five.
you tie her sneakers for her too, her shoelaces together? Like, what didn't you do for her? Like, this is, my mind is blown
That's the
by.
answer. We need to ask Karine, and I want her to tell me because if she started to go out with this guy. This guy is abusive. She was told about that. She was advised about that. Her mind just flipped it soon when she started to go out with this guy. And she flipped it against everybody. So she started to turn my friends from my intimacy inside my home against me, telling lies. She started to call my husband's family and start to say my husband's family that I was cheating on him, as I have time for it because
Wait,
you
come
just
again? Wait. Come, say that. Rewind. Can I get a replay on that one? What was that
yeah.
last one?
Karine started to call my husband's family and say that I was cheating on him. You heard only about 5 children, okay?
I feel
But
like Biden waving to no one.
I
Where
have
are you,
not
Cody?
heard that I'm a full-time employee. I'm a full-time student, and I have 5 children. Where in the world I have time to be doing this kind of stuff?
Was this while she was still living with you the second time?
Yes, she was doing,
Oh my God.
and she thought I didn't knew.
Wait, what was that?
She thought I didn't knew what she was doing.
Oh my God.
So, Luana, the bag, I waited until April the 14th because April the 14th, I got an institution to get her housing, okay? And this institution will pay for her housing. They pay for her housing and half of her expenses include food. And they will do that for the next 3 years.
And you got that for her.
So evil as I am. So at the day when she moved out of my house, then she started to show herself.
And what was the first thing she did to show her true colors?
First was they started to call everybody saying that I was cheating on my husband, that I was doing bad stuff, telling she always
But
tell
why would she say that? Like, why was she trying to ruin you like that? I mean, you kept her up for almost a year with your 5 kids and your husband. Do you have pets?
so
Couple
I
dogs?
have no idea how she got that. She only when people ask her questions, she just say Luana is bad. Luana likes to talk bad about everybody. Luana, who am I talking bad about? Who at work?
Well, I don't understand this vendetta against you. Like, did anything happen? Did you kick her out? Like, make it make sense. I just don't understand how she can be so
I will
evil.
make you understand what her problem is.
Sing
But
it,
let me
sister.
tell you one more thing. At that time, I was working inside the courthouse here in Louisville, and I stand up for Karine because they wanted to take her arrested for something that she had not done to Paul. And
Well,
because I stand up for her, I lost my job too.
oh my God.
I
I
lost
think we need
my
to, we
job
I
and
think we need
I
a
lost my
GoFundMe for
job.
you because like you are the you lost your job. Like, all right, I need details on this. Go ahead, please. I want mine to even to the color of the shirt you were wearing that day. I want to know everything. What time you brushed your teeth, all of it. Go.
Yeah, I lost my job too. I was working in a certain position inside the courthouse. Um, I step up for Karine. I spoke with my boss. I said this person is going through this and this and this, and she needs the help. And she did not attack her husband. Some misunderstood the happening there. This
So,
needs to be
can you
investigated.
go into more detail to that? Like, while you're a nice little arc. Can you go back about like what? So Paul didn't do what she claimed Paul did.
Paul filed the besides the EPO, he filed the police report of the which became a domestic violence case in court against Karine. He made allegations that a Latin woman came and cut the lights off or something that happened, and he blamed Karine. And Karine at that night, she was with me, so I know it was not her. And I spoke with my boss, my immediate supervisor, to defend Karine. I stand up for her. I said she was with me.
Still, and now this is after everything. You're still
I still helped her. I still helped her.
you're
And I lost my job. I got fired. Soon when when I stand up for her and I went to the prosecutor to talk with the prosecutor and said, "Hey, she was with me. I'm a witness on that." Then all the bosses, they spoke between each other, and exactly that was Paul a little bit powered because he knows people in the courthouse as well. So I got fired.
hey, I deliver. Go ahead, keep going, Luana.
Anyways, after that, Karine got into this program after me go and talk to people here and there. Then, hey, this person needs this. I got help from the Kentucky General Attorney's Office. I spoke with a detective there. This detective decided to help. Then he helped Karine to get into a program. And I can't say the name of the institution
Yeah, no, I
and the
understand.
program, but it's where she is. She is living in a house paid by this charity program, and they will pay her rent and her expenses for the next 3 years. But I didn't told you everything, John. Karine needed a lawyer.
And you paid for it?
$2,000.
Oh my girl. And what was your husband saying this whole time? Was he for
He
you still
was
helping her?
because we support each other on everything, and he knows what I do for people.
And you're doing this after she put those rumors out about you?
But the money didn't came out of my pocket. The money came out of a pocket of someone else. Okay, it's a girl who is really mad at Karine because Karine said, "Okay, ask Luana to pay it," and blocked her.
Are you getting this, the Karine lovers? Like,
We have everything. We have text message from Karine to borrow the money. We have a
oh, you
picture.
you showed me your hard drive. Oh,
Yes,
can you?
I
Oh, I
don't
don't know.
have just this. I have a
You got
whole.
the actual receipts on this one.
Yes, I do.
Can you show one? I don't know. Or is
I
it going to be
am
like
the person who does who saves everything. I can show the drive. Give me just a second.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
show the
know so
drive.
people can see it, but this is the drive. Look, John,
Ooh.
you are right here.
Yes, because as we were saying before, Luana was Karine's friend and did all this for Karine for 2 years while I was taking Paul's side. So I remember Luana used to come into my chats and read me the riot act. So that's how we started to know each other. But see how it
So
works out in the end.
unfortunately, she turned out someone that, to be honest with you, the most disgusting human being that I ever met. She started to say very bad things about me, my family, my children. And after everything that I have done to her, and she said that I'm a mean. I'm a mean how? How I was mean to her? How you put somebody inside your home? You open your house, your life, your intimacy, your family to a person that you barely know to
And
help
you make
her.
sure she had your personal Uber so she can come and go whenever she wanted.
Exactly, exactly.
And what was her
I
reasoning?
was going out to eat to restaurants and taking her. She wasn't paying for anything.
Wow.
I
Wow.
didn't ask her for money. I didn't ask her for anything.
And
Nothing.
even after she's telling your whole family that you cheated on your husband, you still are helping her.
And even if I was cheating on my husband, what business just she had to
It's
say?
not it's not her business at all. I mean, especially, I mean, she'd be homeless or maybe dead. Like what would if you didn't take her in? Where was she going to go the first time? Even if you didn't take her in, where was she going to go?
The shelters was no placement and no shelters. No shelters around Indiana, Kentucky. I think the closest one that we found was like Lexington, like an hour away from here. And then she would have to go to her court cases. How? If she don't drive, she
Your
don't have
Uber,
anything.
your Uber. I mean, like, why didn't you just buy her a limo? I mean, like, if you're going to do it. Like, you just go full throttle.
But the main thing about this live today and why I wanted to talk about this is Karine created me a problem with another person, a person who I'm not gonna say her name, but she is a useless person. She's very mean and she's a user. And they created a story that I slashed her car tires, and she took me to court.
And what was the outcome of that?
And
Did
the
you lose?
outcome of that is that she took me to court, and Karine went to testify. And then the judge asked Karine, "Okay, can you tell?"
Bernie testified against you?
Yes, of course, because I'm a mean person.
You hear this, Cody?
She's a very grateful person. Very, very grateful person. She know this girl is lying. They got together, and they still are recruiting people to fight against me, to do bad against me. Last weekend, I had the police over because a white van stopped at my house. The men came out, and my daughter's only 12. She was at my porch. And they started to take pictures of my cars, my signs, and my entire house. And I am the track.
So, like a kidnapping van pulled up on your lawn, because that's how I see it, and just started taking pictures of your house.
And my daughter, who is 12
And
years
how
old,
long were they there for?
was very quick. My daughter just started to yell like "Mom, Mom, Mom," and I came outside to the porch, and then they took off.
Now, we were talking last night, and okay, so what was the straw that broke the camel's back? Before I ask this question, how Karine left the second time? Because I have a point, I promise.
Well, she started to do things that I don't agree, but I didn't say anything because at the end of the day, it's her life. She do whatever she wants with her life. But she have a very promiscuous behavior. She have a problem with a man. She can't see a man that she wants to talk. She wants to, and then she gets drunk and she start to yell that she wants sex. She wants sex. Is the way she is. And about her children, I can say more. The second time, she wasn't that attention. Her oldest child is a child who is autistic, and you supposed to give him more attention and taking care of your child, not allow your child to stay on your phone watching video
Wow.
all the time because you don't want to deal with him.
Let me ask you a question about the OnlyFans. And we have to be very careful with our wording on this one, like
Mhm.
extremely careful. I'm going to try to dance around the proper words, but the house you got her into was for people who, when there's like, bumper to bumper, like, what happened,
Okay,
and bumper to bumper traffic in, like, a sexual way. Um, Now, that was because Karine had said that Paul forced her to do OnlyFans. Can you shed any light on that?
okay, that is. I need to speak about this very superficially, because that involves a lot of things, as you know. But they did OnlyFans. The fact is, they did OnlyFans, and she spoke with some authorities who recognized her as a victim of sex trafficking because whenever you um, whenever you sell videos without the other party consent and that content, that means sex trafficking by the law. So she is protected because she is a victim of human trafficking.
Now, but that was because she had said that, and I know you probably can't speak, but that Paul forced her to it. Like, did you ever feel? Let me rephrase. Let me think lawyerly. Um, did you ever feel that Karine was being forced to do that against her will by Paul?
So at the first, I do think she was. At least I thought. However, after the ZPO and the second time and everything what happened, she was meeting with Paul again, and Paul had like two EPOs against her.
So it.
And she was. I can't tell you why
I
she
know,
was
I know.
doing
Okay,
it.
I'll just move on.
I can't
I'll
tell
move
you
on.
what it was
Yeah,
doing
I'll move
because
on. Two chances, right? So that's it. That's my rule. Okay. Can you like? All right. What are some of the lies that Karine has made up about Paul? Can you speak on anything you witnessed as to that?
she said that he was being very forcey sexually against her. However, this is something that I can't tell you 100% if I believe that. I'm gonna say if I believe that today, after
Okay.
everything that I have seen, I don't believe that.
Well, I mean, like, because Karine, like, she took some like pretty provocative videos. I mean, she literally had a strap on. Uh, in that one video, I mean, I saw it and I'm still surprised I could see. Um, and then she was putting like pretty like colorful comments, in her OnlyFans posts, like, and they were really derogatory against Paul. I can't even say it out. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, he can't take my strappy because he's like a cat. If you're picking up what I'm putting down,
Well,
you.
I honestly believe that they both wanted to do it, and they both did what they wanted to do it. After everything that I have seen and heard, yes.
And what is Karine as sexually active as Paul explains she is?
Yes, she is.
Bam.
And I need to tell you, at my house, she brought guy that works in the city of Louisville, and she said, "Oh, it's okay if he have a dinner with us." I said, "Okay." So he came in, and out of the blue, she started to sit on his lap. Then they went to the bathroom together. I was like, "No, no, no,
Wait,
no."
they went into the bathroom together?
Yes, and I said, "This is
Oh,
a
when two
no
people go into
no."
the bathroom together, that's never a good sign.
And then I told her that's a big no no. Then they left, and she spent the night out.
Did you ever catch her doing like any substances in your house?
Not substances, but she frequently.
We well, can't
Her
fault her.
buddy, who was like my friend, the boyfriend, the abusive one, always stopped by with a big box of beer. So
Does Karine have like all the disorders that um you know
I'm not
that
a psychologist to give you like.
was she okay, was she on like a lot of medication when she was at your house? Like was there like a lot? Because I would think if you like because she it's been alleged that she's been like pretty diagnosed.
I think
So
she was on medications before, but
I don't want to know what she was taking. I was just in your own eyes,
she
was
was
she
supposed to be on medication, like correct medication for treat her disorders, but she
did
wasn't
you
taking.
ever see her go to therapy at all, or did she talk to
The
anybody?
the main person got her the best therapist ever, as in a group therapist. The horrible person did. I emailed the person and I said, this lady right here, she's going through this and this, and she needs to see a therapist.
Oh, that's a good question, Gina. Um, do you think Karini's behavior could have been a result of postpartum?
No, I think her behavior has something to do with something that prior to Paul and prior to anything or anybody else in her past that needs to be treated.
Okay. Um, hold on.
Her behaviors and like her explanation for her to do things doesn't match, doesn't make sense.
So what was the? I don't know if we covered this, but what was the end result with her job in the hotel that you got her?
She quit it, and currently she's looking for a job.
Now, did she quit because she missed a lot of work and showed up to work? No, because you had mentioned that, like, she was
She
drinking
quit
and
the job because she didn't. She moved to. I live in Indiana. She moved to Louisville to be in the program, so she could not have a person to, in fact, drive her to work. That's why she quit.
so no more Uber. Okay. Now that
She's
picture. Um,
riding right now.
wait, what? Your phone's dying?
Oh, Karine is writing right now.
Oh, is she in here?
Yeah, no, she's not in here, but she's posting saying that I'm saying a lot of bullshit.
I knew she was in the IG chat, but I kind of lost it at the end, and I had asked you if you wanted her to come up, but
I really,
remember.
I really, after everything that I went through because of Karine, I had the best intention with her. Why would I bring somebody into my home to just mistreat that person later? It's not because she was on TV. It has nothing to do with that. I treated her as a true human being, and she treated me as a piece of poo poo.
The picture you showed me last night, can we talk about that? Like that, her and that guy?
Oh yes, that's the guy that I'm talking about.
Now, what's this? Is that Trey?
No, that is not Trey. That is I can't say his name.
Oh, okay. It's one of them.
One of them.
Uh, can you tell me about him? Because can I show the picture?
So, I yes, you can.
Okay. Let me find it. Do, 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 do. Beep, 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 boop, 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 boop. Hold on 1 second. Beep, boop, 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 boop. Hold on. Oh, we also have to talk about the pictures with the pills. But okay, so now, okay, who's this guy and what's he about? And what's you could see?
So this
Let me go. Was
Marcos
that at your house?
Amaro.
Was this at
The
your
Mar-
house?
no, that's not my house. This is his house.
Okay. And when was this picture taken?
I believe that was in January
Of this year?
of this year,
Okay. So
and
this.
she didn't had her kids.
So where was this?
Well, she started to go out with this guy, and when she started to go out with this guy was in when everything bad started. So this guy and a friend of mine, they broke up because there was allegation that he was very abusive, and she was going out with him. I told her to be careful. Another person who knows Karine as well and who was helping Karine um, advising her to keep herself away from him, and she didn't. And then when he broke up with this a girl that I know, he started to call everybody because he's this type. He started to call everybody to like recruit the people against his ex-girlfriend because his ex-girlfriend didn't want him, and they start to say like bad mouth his ex-girlfriend. Now you tell me if a person like that, it's not a person who is abusive. Why
How
would
long
he
was
can do
she?
that?
Now, how long is she still even with this guy? Because I know there's a couple. Is this
Well, I don't think they live together. They know each other. They go out a lot, and because of him, she started to drink a lot. And when I was done on April 14 that I told CPS that I would not supervise the visits or do anything anymore. I told CPS about this guy.
okay? Was she living in this like the group home that you helped her get into at when she took this picture with him?
Well, mm, I no, she was living with me at that time.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, like, don't they have? Karine's been saying that there's like a lot of rules in her house and it's strict. Um, but she seems to like not be worrying about anything, and I'm
It's
sure
strict.
uh,
It
they're
would
not.
really be strict for me to bring her into my home with my children in here. She live it right now. She's living by herself,
Come
but
again? Come again?
right now she's living by herself.
In a house?
She's living in the house by herself.
Like not even an apartment, like a house.
It's not an apartment. It's a house. It's a big house. And again, the institution will pay for her rent and expenses for the next 3 years. The main person, the person who she says is saying boo, right now, place it her in there.
I'm just dumbfounded.
Now she's
So
lucky, she's feeling rich, she's feeling herself. Then she treated anybody else and everybody else who donate her money, donate her clothes and everything. She's treating us like poo poo.
now hold on, because
Bad
she just
about us,
posted.
being in
She
court
posted.
to talk badly about us.
She said in an Instagram story like a day or two ago that she lives in a house where the rules are very strict and pretty much like she's like tied to the bed and like she's barefoot, like so that's what that was the tone, like the rules are very strict, we have to like beat our clothes against a rock, like
Tell you my stricter rules. Like one of my stricter rules is that I never call her to help me to clean the house. Because as everybody's seeing in every video and everything, she likes to lay down and be on her phone. That's what she does. And that's what she did. She never helped me to cook a food. I cook it for when her kids was coming over to supervise. I had to cook. My husband had to cook.
of course you did. Why wouldn't you have to?
Of course I did. I'm a mean. I'm a evil.
um I can't. So, and did she ever like make her own meals in the 4 then 5 month visit stays? No, she
Whenever
never made
when
a sandwich,
ate and she had her children, first of all, they only ate McDonald's.
huh?
Yeah. Whenever she had her paycheck, she buy McDonald's.
I mean,
Morning.
listen, I like my Big Mac. I'm not gonna diss McDonald's, but was it like the only thing she fed them?
Yeah.
Sorry, just had to write something down real quick. Um, there's fireworks. It's like always something. If it's not the Wi-Fi connecting, there's rogue fireworks going off on July 6th. It's always something. It's Shay Yates.
One thing that I would like to tell you is
Oh,
like
it's Wednesday. Close the door. Sorry, every Wednesday night at 9:30. Is it 9:30? There you go. They have fireworks on the board for a half hour. So this should be fun. Go ahead. One thing you have to tell me.
so I have to tell you, she wrote somewhere that she don't like boo. But I will start to talking. First, who those defend the woman don't do what this woman is doing. Out of respect for a person that I am very grateful and I will not say much. Where she's being grateful, going to court with a person who is lying and wants to see me on the mug, talking badly about me after everything that I have done for this person. That make any sense? Is she crazy?
I'm reading it now.
I
Oh,
really think
so
that she
she's saying that you're a liar, and she sent you $20 for an
people
Uber.
don't lie.
And okay, so here
Governments
shows
don't
what her
lie.
daughter bought. No, wait. So she's saying um she sent you $20. Um, how many times did Karine get an Uber from you using your account?
Well, I have to look into my account because to the trips because honestly,
Was it more than
I
once?
count. Of course.
Okay, so $20 for a singular Uber fare.
She can
Um,
keep the $20 because I bet that she needs more than I.
well,
Don't
Karine
need
and her publicists and her translators need to do a better job because she's
yeah.
showing that she one time paid you
Her
$20.
translator. The translator is the person who is saying that I slash her tires.
Wait a minute. Let me circle back for a second. Wasn't Karine making bank on OnlyFans?
Well, I'm not sure if she was making bank on OnlyFans. It's hard to believe what she says when she
Oh,
said that her husband was abusing her, doing this and doing that. At the same time, she was talking to him, she was meeting him. She took him to her new home where who was not supposed to know where she was living at. What to believe here? I
Um,
don't know. I don't believe a word that comes out that mouth.
I think it's funny that she sent you $20 and she's trying to say, "Oh, look, you're horrible." First off, she's going to say, "I'm very grateful and I will not say much." That's 18 minutes ago. 4 minutes later, she waited and changed her mind and then started posting how bad you are and what a liar you are.
Oh yes, I'm a.
That was a long that was a long 4 minute thought. My voice is getting hoarse. Sorry, guys.
And I tell you, Yates, I've been in programs, I've been in events on my own. I helped her on my own. I didn't attach her to any institution that I was related to. I connected people that I connected her with resources and people that I know. Okay, people that I know, and I opened myself to her. And how she paid me, like this, and she tried to diminish me to
Well,
help
it
other
shows
women.
everything you're saying right now has been truthful only by Karine's admissions right here. Okay, again, anyone who knows about me knows I don't like BS, but I will start talking. So that's a threat, but I will start talking. Like,
What
listen
is
to the
talking about?
paragraph.
Tell
Like,
her to
but
go
I will
call,
start
tell
talking.
her to go call my husband's family again.
I mean,
Nobody
this is
believes her. Everybody's seeing her behavior. Behavior, actions speak louder than words.
this
I'm
isn't even
not
passive
afraid of her
aggressive.
at
This is
all.
just full, like a full threat. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like BS. Wow, she must have got her English friend or American friend to start translating because this sounds better than any English I ever read from her. So
And
she must
whoever
be
is
mad.
translating for her is such a bad person as she showed me that she is.
She
Because
must be mad.
is another ungrateful person.
Um, anyone who knows me knows I don't like BS, but I will start talking first. Those women who defend women don't do this woman is doing what this woman is doing. Out of respect for a person that I am very grateful, I will not say much. What? Huh? You're saying
What you
what?
say? What?
It was a threat, then it followed by another threat, then a diss, then a put
What is that?
down.
Right, go
Well,
to court on the 14 and go on the stand and say to the judge that I'm a mean and bad person. Oh, I tell you what the judge said on my court date. The judge asked her, "Are you what Luana has done to you?" Oh, personally, to me, nothing. She hadn't done anything, but I fear for my friends. So everything is hearsay.
let me go on. So then she shows that she sent you $20 a singular time for an Uber,
She can keep on her OnlyFans. She can keep for her. She needs more than I.
and then she's
Make
saying,
way, way more than that.
"Cody, read this. I'm old. What does it say?
Where?
This tiny blue right, the fine print.
Can I hold this?
Yeah,
Um,
she has.
it
Karine has to put the
says,
fine print in there. I
and
can't
that
read it.
and that day I was in Chicago with the woman's advocate.
Okay, so Karine posted.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's not
I
your
took
fault.
her to a trip to Chicago.
So
Why she don't say that? And we have her pictures. She's
she
very intelligent.
shows that your daughter spent $60 on a DoorDash Chick-fil-A and on her PayPal account.
That's true.
Is this what she's showing? So one
And then
time
let
she
me
bought
tell
your,
you,
your
that's true. That's true. However, she had her PayPal account on my daughter's phone. And then my daughter thought that was her account and she used it by accident and then she gave it her back. But how many times Karine will say that my daughter had to stay over just to clean her mess because she had a hangover?
I had to paste that one off. So she's showing that she bought your daughter lunch one singular time and she's throwing that in your face and you put her up for 9 months
And
and you
I
said
am the bad person. I am the horrible person here. I'm so horrible.
I would love
I'm
for
so
all the Karine lovers to speak up now because I don't know how anybody could ever possibly like you, huh? I've never been more dumbfounded in my life, and I have
don't
done
know if what I'm
hundreds
gonna
of
say
interviews
I
with
can't
people.
say in English, but in Portuguese we have a saying that even a door worth more than Karine. And what I mean with that, whoa, stop right there. It's an offense to the door because the door is worth even for close and open.
I can't believe what a terrible person she is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that to throw up that she spent $60 for lunch on your daughter one time. One time.
Did by accident
I'm sure
the
you have
ad,
the receipts of
and
all the
he gave
food
the
you bought.
money back to her.
Oh, you gave the money back.
Yes, my daughter gave the money back. Of course. Does she want a print from the PayPal to prove that she gave the money back to her?
Wow. So basically, I see this going down is that like Karine had that your daughter probably had no money to eat. Like, she probably left her purse at home or whatever. And Karine's like, oh, don't worry, I'll take care of it. And then she paid for it. And then Karine's like, oh, by the way, can you get me back that $60 for your daughter's lunch? Because I need it. Is that how that played out?
Yeah, that's how they play out. Is how
I'm
cool
a
she is,
genius.
is how grateful she is. She is a
About right.
very, very grateful person. I am like amazed at how grateful she is. You have no place to go. You go inside somebody's home. You messed up. You F up people's friendship. You messed up people's life. You gossip about that person. You use shower, food, okay? And she doesn't show the Sephora purchases because it's the only thing while I paid her bills, she was buying Sephora for herself.
And you helped her get a restraining order. You helped her in court. Can you guesstimate, or you probably already know, I don't know, how much money out of your own pocket would you say you spent on Karine?
Hi, Bay. How much money do you think we spent with Karine while she was here for all the times?
The 5 months is about
On gas and everything.
gas and everything is almost $2,000.
Yeah, almost $2,000 with gas and everything.
$2,000 seems light for 9 months. I don't think you have your digits right. All the Ubering, the gas, the food, the clothes, all of it.
You're right.
Yeah, I have a friend, the one who Karine borrowed money from.
Electricity, gas, all of it. Like the big picture, utilities, all of it. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, it's the grand finale right now.
yeah. She a friend of mine, the one who Karine borrowed the $2,000 to pay for attorney. Okay,
Oh, that too. Yes, correct.
she took Karine to a mall, and Karine could choose the clothes that she wanted, any shop that she wanted, and she bought clothes, shoes, everything, and didn't even say the word thank you.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking you spent a lot more than $2,000. I mean, you told me you already spent $2,000 on her attorney, so that's $4,000 at least right there. See, I'm doing math in my head, man. I'm getting.
Sorry, I can't count. I can't tell you how
It's
much.
okay. I got Cody with a adding machine and a green banker's hat, and he's doing it right now. So we'll
Thinking about money. I did everything that I did because I believe it that she was a person in a dangerous situation, in a domestic violence situation, who needed help. But unfortunately, she's a liar. She's a manipulator. She manipulates everybody around her until you do what she wants. After she got what she wants, she kick you in the BB and treats you like poo poo.
Does Karine have a green card?
No, she don't. She's waiting for it.
And she's not a citizen, right?
No, she's not.
So
But none of these things. If the question, I know what the question is. None of these things can get her deported.
So she's not facing any deportation right now.
No, she's not.
Okay.
She will probably get her citizenship and live a happy life ever, manipulating everybody in line and making friends and make enemies.
A real 2022 American. Good for her living that dream.
Yeah, she's living a dream. And a lot of people making donations to her. I even have a text message that I will send you later from attorneys because I got a group of attorneys who make donations for her and her children. I was lucky enough to, when after she left, I didn't went to pick up the stuff. Okay, because I got her cribs and everything for her house, but she decided being a nice person to me first. So I was like, what the hell I'm doing that? So I'm not doing that.
Did you ever see her like doing like, not that you probably would see, but was she doing like OnlyFans work at your house, like, solo work, I guess? I don't know. Or was she still doing that like while she was with you?
No, she was not doing any sort of only fans at my house at all.
Okay.
And because I think her attorney had the password, so
Is she even still doing it now?
if she's doing now,
I don't know.
well, who
I
knows?
actually don't know.
Was not supposed to talk to Paul, and Paul was coming over to her home, so I don't know.
I mean, and they both violated each other's restraining orders on each other.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both, are they both still active?
I don't know.
Guys, are Paul and Karine's restraining order still valid in Kentucky? You got a minute to win it. You get a slide whistle as a prize, whoever tells me first.
Yes.
I want to make it clear that I'm not I'm not defending Paul. I'm not in nobody's side. I'm not taking sides. But I'm in here to speak today to let everybody know that Karine, it's not 100% the saint that she prays that she is. She will use you. She will manipulate you. I know several publicists who send her money, who helped her, who sent her diapers, who let her buy Walmart stuff online, and she treats everybody like poo poo. She treats everybody poorly, and then she goes behind your back and start to talk about your life, what you think, and things that is not even her business to do. Now let me tell you something. Finally, why I think that she does these things. She does these things. Look at her family. Her mother is a very humble person, but her brothers and cousins, they all graduated. She is the only one who barely can speak English. She is here in the United States for almost 5 years. It was offered to her to go to school and do everything. Why she don't do it? I don't know. She don't want to grow, but if it is to go to court and talk badly about people who helped her, she goes. If she's up to gossip, yes, she is. She's up to party, yes, she is.
Okay, good question. Coco, what do you think Karine's family thinks about all this with Paul and everything?
Well, they probably mad about me saying everything that I'm saying, but they know it's true. She is ungrateful. She's ungrateful with her mother. She's ungrateful with her brother, who already advised her and gave good advices to take her life and move on. She don't know how to do that. She walks in circles. She's on treadmill all the time, all this time. She had the big and great opportunity to get her kids, get her life together, and keep it moving on. But she's not doing it. She's worried about what I'm doing, what the other person is doing, you know, and talking badly and badmouth people. This is bad. What kind of character have a person like that?
In your opinion, who do you think the better parent is?
A parent who doesn't care about the kids' future, a parent who doesn't do anything to grow, a parent who has the opportunity and let the opportunity slide through her fingers, because when she left this home here, she went to her home. She could have had her kids, but she decided to go do what? Be man to man, talking to several men and Paul at the same time. I don't know if you know about the bike story that
No,
the
what's the bike story?
like Paul went over and she went through his car and then he beat her arm or something like that. Why you put yourself through this situation? Why you go, if he's so bad, why you go talk to him again? Why you asking him money? Why you asking every man that you talk for money for buy you things? Why? Are you crazy?
This is insane. So it sounds like a lot of the things. And listen, I've always listen. If anybody knows me, I've known Paul since his first season before, and me and Paul went through a point where we didn't speak for 2 or 3 years because we hated each other so much. But like, I defend him now because I was in Karine's corner in the beginning, and then you know,
Well,
but
I think this way. I believe both of them are wrong in several aspects. Um, I'm not gonna say that domestic violence didn't happen, but I'm not gonna say that Karine is 100% right, because she's not. She need help. She need the Jesus and she need help.
I um wait, I gotta. I'm like,
You
so
can't
many
be
people
doing
asking me
all of this
questions.
and be playing the.
Who provided all of the furniture? Was it Paul?
Yes, he did. He sent her basically almost everything that he had.
Wow.
And I know that because the main person, again, I was there with my kids and my husband to help her to unload the truck.
Wow.
And I am a horrible, disgusting person. I I ask myself every day, can she sleep at night? Because I certainly can. I
I just can't believe your story. I mean, it's just phenomenal. I don't think I've ever interviewed someone so good-hearted as you in my life. I just want to be like, you're a fool for keep taking her back, but you're just a good person who wants to like better people's
I am
lives.
a person and I'm
If it
here
were anybody else, I would have
all
been
that
like,
I
you're a
am.
fool for keep taking her back. But like with you, you invested so much into it, and you really have a good kind heart. There's not many people like you on this walking this earth. I can tell you that right now. And there's probably nobody here with the heart that you have on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, social media, TikTok, all of it combined. You have a good heart.
Yeah, but the a lesson was learned. I will never ever more open the doors of my intimacy, my house, to anybody. I will
And
not do.
that's unfortunate that you had such a bad experience and people who actually deserved your love and attention won't even get, that's sad. But if I were you, I wouldn't do it either after that. Good God. And Elizabeth asked, why are the kids in foster care? How did it get so far?
They were Paul and Karine. They were accused of
Be
accused
careful how you say it.
dependency, like dependency relationship, and because of the fights and then the back and forth and all the domestic violence history and then Paul's past history, and the court is observing if she is capable to be a fit mother.
Would you say like Karine's violent? Have you seen her like get violent with anybody or
I wouldn't say violent, but I would say manipulative. She is a manipulator, a professional one. She makes you believe that is raining knives right now.
is she facing any type of charges herself? When I know court was like delayed to like I saw like I think the 20th or something like that. No, I think it's going to be like a trial. Is Karine facing any type of charges?
Well, she's not facing charges. The case about domestic violence was closed.
Okay,
However, about the kids, I cannot speak about that.
right, right. And like I know that Paul has like a contempt charge for. Does Karine have any type of contempt charges against her?
I don't believe so.
Okay, okay. Um, I just want to make sure we cover all the bases because my head is just spinning.
Like from what I know, they are trying to work with her. But she don't hide and she be good. She will have her children back soon. But it's an alert this life too, so she can change if she have something inside that head and that heart. The heart, I think she doesn't have much inside.
I mean, I don't know how anybody could treat another human being who pretty much took them off the street and you pretty much. I mean, I don't want to say so far as like you saved her life, but you kind of did. You know, there were no shelters that could take her, and you took her not once but twice after she said horrible things about you and your husband and was spreading rumors for nothing that I could hear was warranted. You know, you paid for her lawyer. You helped her with her restraining order and it succeeded. She got it because of your help. You helped her get a job. You put her in your home with you and your 5 children and your husband. How many pets do you have?
How many?
Do you have a couple of dogs, a cat, a fish? What do you got? What do you got pet wise?
Yeah, I have a few cats.
Listen, we're cat people. We got 2.
Yeah, I have a few cats. I love them, and I have one dog.
So on top of that, you're feeding your 5 kids, your husband, um, uh, 4 cats and a dog,
Yes, 4 cats and a dog.
and a partridge in a pear tree. Uh, I'm blown away by your generosity. I really am. I'm just so refreshed to know that there are people like you.
I will never, from the bottom of my heart, like say no for a person who needs a help. And I did everything that I did on my own. I just connected her with some resources. I will never say no because you never know. But I'm here to speak tonight to let people know she is a manipulator. She is a liar. And help her, she will hate you later.
Um, is there anything else? I know that we started this at 8 o'clock and we had to start over 3 times. Is there anything else you want to say that we didn't cover? I want to make sure that you get it all out there.
Well, I think when you treat people who help with you like that, you spit on your plate. So I hope life be generous to her. That's why I wish to her. I wish her good luck, and I really hope that she can change her ice heart, and she
Well,
can be.
I just hope that you never talked like now I understand, because during our last connection break when I switched from IG to YouTube, I knew that Karine was I didn't see her in the chat because I froze, but I knew that people texted me that she wanted to come up. And I asked you, I said,
Oh, before you go,
what? Oh, your husband. Hey.
no, it's my daughter.
Oh, I didn't see. Well, it was off. All I
It's
saw
the
was the
one that
wall.
Karine paid the lunch. Did you pay the money back to Karine? Because Karine said that she paid you a 60 chicken fillet lunch. Did you pay her back? Come here.
And can I ask what you ordered from Chick-fil-A that cost $60? Was
Yeah.
it all Karine's food?
Was all yours or hers?
was hers. She ordered some chicken sandwiches because that's all she eats.
Wait, did you get any of the chicken sandwiches?
Mm, no, I don't eat chicken sandwiches.
So, okay. So she got you lunch and you didn't eat any of it. Oh my God. And then you had to give her the money back for the non-chicken
And she
sandwiches that she ate.
looks like I want her money. I don't want anything from her. I want to learn how to be a decent human being. At this point in her life, and I believe it's hard because I'm a mother too, she should concentrate it and get her children back, be a better human being.
Do you know why Paul's facing the contempt charges? Like what that's about, like behind the scenes?
Uh, from what I know, he have 2 warrants because he took off with Pierre, and he was told to bring Pierre back, and he didn't. He was over a month with a car over the country. That's all I know.
Is it got anything to do with because I heard, well, it's got anything to do with like him letting Karine see the kids when he wasn't supposed to or something like that?
Yeah, they broke a lot of court orders. They
Okay.
both did.
Yikes.
But he is paying more than the other person.
They all came to me.
What was that? What was that comment? I can't believe your daughter. So she's putting in her story that she paid for your daughter's lunch, and then your daughter didn't even get to eat. I hope you got like a curly fry or something like that. Like,
That's how miserable she is. She's just miserable. I'm sorry. She's just miserable.
in your opinion, who would you say the better parent is between Paul and Karine?
Which one is it?
Say it again.
In your opinion, who would you say the better parent is between Paul and Karine?
To be very honest with you, very, very honest, I think someone else would
That's
be
an
a better
honest
fit.
answer. What about Paul's mom? Would you think that'd be a good fit?
Maybe, but I don't know her like that, so maybe.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I appreciate that answer. That's how you know, like you're like,
I his mom would be a great fit because I got to talk to her several times and have more contact with her. However,
hey,
she's
I
hard.
was raised by my grandparents, so you know, and I've also been through the system as a child, and I know how horrible it is, and I wouldn't wish that on anybody. And I was in it at 5, so a little bit older, like 2 years older than Perry is now. I don't know if I'm thinking if they could, even if they can go with no. Well, yeah, Karine's. Would you? What about Karine's parents? Would you think that that'd be a good fit?
I think
They
her
seem
mother
to-
would be a great fit.
I think yeah. I would agree with you there.
Her mother is really an amazing person. Unfortunately, she's going through a lot. I believe because all of this tornado.
And I just a lot to cover. Those pictures of her eating a bunch of Tic Tac like looking things. Can you elaborate on that at all? Like, with those pictures and because you sent them to me last night and I was like, whoa, what was that about? And speak as carefully as you can.
I received those pictures from Paul, and I guess that he was trying to ask because the situation reaching to a point that people don't understand that I have a job and I have other stuff to do than be on the phone all day. You witnessed that today during my late
Yeah, we've been
response.
talking all day.
So and I think he was trying to ask for help or get me to talk to her, and the only thing I did was report to her therapist, because a person who is eating pills and showing somebody that she's eating pills is not like mentally stable. So
Right.
my help was that I sent it to her therapist. I said, okay, I received this pictures from her her husband, and I don't know what's going on. Can you check on her? And that's how I did.
And like you said earlier, like you can't talk about the Trey guy, right?
Trey is a person who I know for several years. I know him like for all the like since I am in US, and I met him like I was walking on the streets with Karine, and I found him, and we had a lunch together, and then they start to go out together, and after that I know that she broke his heart. Sorry, Trey.
But was he like another one of like Karine's, like, you know, kind of like GRUG boy, you know, because he he's also got like an extensive like record, right?
Yes, he does. He's crazy.
So this doesn't sound like you'd want to keep these. And she spends a lot of time with him now, right?
Yeah, she spent it. She was going to his home, and he was paying for his stuff. He was spending money on her. While he was useful for her, she had him. When he started to be not useful, she kicked him.
And my girl Natalie wants to know. I don't know if you could say yes or no to this. Are you going to the hearing that's scheduled? I don't know if you can answer that.
I am not, unless if I be summoned, I will.
Okay. Um, it seems like I have 8 million people texting me right now. Ask her this, please. I want to know. I want to know. That's why my phone keeps dinging. What Karine seems to have a track record for like picking like the bad boys. It seems. You know, Paul. You know, he was not innocent at all in his youth. You know, it seems like everybody that Karine she likes the bad boys. Hey, nothing wrong with a bad boy. You know?
Yeah, she had the rotten finger.
And there's this other guy. Was Jason the one that used to leave the notes for Karine saying that he was like Ethan's dad, or I love you, like remember like the notes that Paul had posted, and it was like, you know, from
The
one of
only
Karine's.
I know about Jason is that she was in touch with him while the first time she was at my house. And I just find out the second time when she came that she was communicating with him in my house because she told me. So that's the only thing I know about him.
And he was on like Love After Lockup, and I don't watch that show at all. I never watched one episode of it. But he was
I,
on like Love After Lockup, right?
she really should sign up for that. She would be a great fit.
I mean, like she you know, she likes the TLC bad boys. Karine's got a type. So it is what it is. And I feel bad keeping you. I don't want to keep you much longer. This is at an hour and a half, and you have 5 kids. It's 10 o'clock. I don't want to keep you much longer. Is there anything else that you want to say before we go?
Well, I think I said everything. She probably will try to say something, but like you see, she's not mentally capable to get her words together or anything. So she said she will start talking. So let's see what happens.
All right,
But I am, like you seen, I am really, really, you got the proof today. I'm really, really an horrible person. I'm very mean.
Yep.
Yep.
True.
I think you're wonderful, and I think your husband's wonderful. For you both are, for welcoming a stranger into your home and feeding them as you would 2 more people, one being like an infant, and feeding them and making sure they're okay. I got nothing but good to say about you. So to me, you're amazing. And tell everybody how much you used to hate me, just so they know. We'll end it on a funny.
Oh, she hated
She
you.
hated me.
Yeah, she hit me badly. Very badly.
And you hated me too. I remember when you used to come into the chats, and I was like, and that's why I was so shocked.
Now I used to defend her, and I'm so mean.
Oh yeah, you gave me a tongue lashing a few good times. But I like how things come full circle, and I really appreciate you being here. I mean, that's why I was so dumbfounded when I heard that you and her fell out after all the good you did for her. That's what made this so like interesting for me. I'm like, what could have gone wrong there? It's almost like the Carmen Larissa thing. It's very similar. And you wonder what breaks up two people like that,
Unfortunately, some people, they are who they are, and that is nothing that's gonna change that. I'm not perfect. I have a flaws, but I do have a heart. I can't say the same about Karine. She does not have a heart.
And it is what it is.
It-
So
I
let's
can I can go to bed and sleep. Can she go to bed and go sleep?
it seems to me that it depends on what pill she's on that night. I don't know. I don't know. Allegedly, or not allegedly, because you saw it. So I don't know. But it is what it is. I keep feeling bad. Okay, I'm gonna let you go.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah, I'm here again.
Are you happy?
I feel relieved because I was choking with my words. I needed to say something because she speaks so badly about me, so badly, like I was the worst person in the world. That's a lie. Everybody who is around us know that I did everything that I could and everything that I could. I lost the jobs. I spent my money on her. I spent my time, my energy, everything for her, see her on her feet, and look what she did to me. She did me dirty.
She
And she's
did do you
proud of
dirty.
it. Like you seen by her posts and everything. She's proud of who she
And
is.
then okay, another question just came in because this is never gonna stop. Did she ever accuse you of like stealing?
Yes, she did.
Stealing what?
She left my house and she did all the. She moved all her stuff to the truck by herself. Then she waited for me to come from work to help her to unload the truck. And after a few days, Paul texted me because Karine was asking him about a Disney World backpack, like a small backpack. Now, what in the world I would steal like a Disney World backpack? Do I look like someone who likes to put the Disney World or Minnie or Mickey Mouse on myself?
I guess Karini's saying, are you that you're not? Are you a U.S. citizen? I guess Karini's saying that you're not. I don't know why that's
Well,
important.
I
She's
am
not.
not. I am not a citizen, but I have
I
a
don't know why that's important. Why is that important?
status here. I'm not a citizen. Be a citizen is not everything.
And you're working here, so you're definitely like that. Just I don't know why that's important. Karini's no citizen at all.
Oh, like we can make a live other day and I can tell you my true story so people will put the two and two together. Why I do this to people, why I'm so kind to people.
This is crazy. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Ma. Um, and then there was a bag of stuff at daycare.
Say it again.
A bag of stuff left at daycare that you had to take care of.
Oh yes, I have to. Poland was still sending her stuff, and I had to go and move her stuff like bag to bag every day when picking up the kids from the daycare. But I'm horrible, carrying all that stuff.
This is crazy. But I really don't want to keep you on. I think we're good. I think we said it all. It's getting late. You have 5 children and 3 cats, 4 cats, and a dog and a husband, and at least no Karine. At least no Karine. Um, so thank you, Luana, so much. If you want to drop down, I'm so thank you so much. Um, and you have my number. Let me check her story one more time to see if she's saying any more crap. Oh, I'm in the United States legal. I have all my documents right. Different from the person who is speaking ill of me. Sorry, darling. Oh, she put the darling in there. She said sorry, darling. Oh, look at her.
Oh, that's what I said. But anyways, she's here for how long? Does she have the
Oh,
battle?
how long has she been here? They go back and forth between Brazil and here all the time. I can't keep track.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I
Miserable.
mean, if you guys don't see what she's really about, and listen, Paul's no angel. I never said he was. And I've said pretty nasty stuff about Paul myself, but I think he's kind of grown. And I think Karine's regressing. It seems like she is. Let me ask you one more thing from me. Like, I kind of felt that when the court stuff happened recently with CPS, it was always in like the back of my mind that I'm like, huh,
Oh,
I bet she feels relieved.
that's happening right now. Trey just wrote me with the link of YouTube, which means that she already texted you.
Who is texting me?
Oh, Trey just texted me with the
Oh,
YouTube link.
so they're watching it together.
Who knows? If it is, I feel sorry for him because at this point he already know who she is. So my lesson is learned.
Okay, I think Karine is going to join, so I'm going to drop you down because I know you don't want to talk to her.
I know. I'm never gonna talk to her ever again.
And out of fairness, I think I owe it to her for her to come on because I said I would always have her on, and I was just respecting your wishes because you're my guest, and I didn't want you to feel uncomfortable. So of course I wouldn't have her here if you felt that way. But at the same token, I did say I would give her the benefit of the doubt by bringing her on, saying what she has. And this is way before that she knew I was going live with you or anything like that. So
Thing that I had to say, so I understand, and she can say whatever.
well, I hope you still stay and watch, and try not to like bust a gasket when you're hearing what she's saying, because I know it's going to be hard, not to react.
Yeah, it's gonna be really hard. So if you don't want to cuss words over here, it's better for me to go.
Okay, so thank you, Luana, so
You're very
much. You have
welcome.
been a pleasure, a delight, a treat, and a good person. And I have nothing but the utmost respect for you, and I think pretty much everybody here does too. So keep me posted. I'll keep you posted, and let me see where this goes with Karine. So I'm gonna need a 5 minute break, and like an intermission. So guys, hang on. I'm gonna go uh, dark for a second, and I'm gonna drop Luana down so she could like eat some food or do whatever and play with the cats and the children. Thank you so much, Luana.
You're very
All right,
welcome.
let me. You're very appreciated. All right, bye, honey.
Bye.
And then I'm. Oh God, that's a lot of me. Ugh. I hate being full screen. All right, I'll see. I need 5 minutes to see what's happening if Karine is joining. Give me a minute. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Hey guys, I'm trying to get the link to Karine so I can fairly have her on and she could say her side. Can someone send the link? I know she wanted to come up before, and I'm respecting Luana's wishes by having them on separately. There's a link right there. If someone could please send that to Karine. I don't know, DM it to her. All right, I'll put it in my story. That's probably the best way. I'll tag her. Because I don't want to keep you guys waiting all night either. But I also want to give her a chance to speak. You know. I'm back. I feel stupid. Hold on. Pew, 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 pew. I can't tag Karine in a story. It's like impossible. Look. I'm trying. I was like, hey, add Staehle Karine, and look, she's blacked out. So, IDK. I'll put the link up there anyways. Annoying. It really is. Super annoying. Because I'm trying to be like the good. No, she didn't block me. You can't at her.
Maybe you should check it out.
It's annoying. You know when you like, someone like writes a novel, like a nasty novel as a comment, and then like you reply back and you write a novel back and oh, frozen. I'm going to shut my screen off so I don't get caught in a bad pose, which I always do. And then like you write a novel back, and then like you can't at this user, so you write the whole goddamn thing out, and you can't at this. I hate that. Like that's stupid. Boop beep doop doop beep doop. I don't know if that's how it'll work, Patrick. Listen, I said I would always have Karine up or anybody from her team to this wasn't about Paul or Karine, but Karine made it about I'm a liar and don't listen to me. When all I did Karine's face wasn't on it, and I couldn't call Karine if it was. And I said from jump, I go, I feel bad for Paul, I feel bad for Karine, I feel bad for the kids. And I was just getting the information straight from Paul. And now I'm just going to text this directly to Karine. So I'm texting Karine directly right now because I really want her here. And now I have to get I have to get my link back. Hold on. Boop, 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 boop. That's what I rigmarole right now. Create new contact, Karine. I feel like an old man. Just like right, like just out of it and in a different time. Okay. And then I need the link. Boy, 43, you just start feeling old. I'm like, what's that word mean? Karine. And then that's the link, Karine. This is John. Okay. So that's what I just sent to Karine. I had to put her name in there because it was easier. That was the link. And I said who I was. And it was delivered. And we'll give her 5 minutes, and then we're calling it a night. Beep, 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 beep. Anyways, as I was saying, Karine had everyone's saying I'm bullying Karine. No. She came after me, saying she was going to sue me, saying there's a lawsuit, saying don't believe me, saying I'm insufferable, saying I'm a disgrace or whatever, all fun words, and nothing new. So okay, I'm not bringing anybody up who I don't know. and my backstage is lighting up with people I don't know. No offense to the people backstage, but I am not. That's really for Karine. Let me just take the link out. My story. I knew that was going to happen. Sorry, guys, backstage. I don't know who you are, and I just don't. That's really for Karine. I'm not. Has it been 5 minutes yet? Jen, by the way, I hope you're okay. And I got your gift today. Today was it was Christmas in July today.
Thank you so much, Jen.
I want to post it, but I wanted to talk to you first. Hold
That's
on, I'm
very,
getting a
very
phone call.
sweet.
Hold on. Okay.
So she's not coming.
I don't think she's gonna come, but that doesn't mean that tomorrow, if she wants to continue it, that's fine too. I actually prefer it at this point. It's 10:33, and I'm tired. I woke up at 6:00 a.m. and once I wake up, I'm up. It's really annoying. I can't fall back to sleep anymore. So, how much on the clock do we have left for her? Can I get 5 minutes on the clock, please? What is that from?
I never been good.
Of course it is.
Sorry, it took me forever to get here.
I know what you mean. But Jen, I want to know if I could post the what you said in the card. What you said in the card was so sweet,
Yeah, that was very sweet.
and I didn't know if you wanted me to share that or not. But it was very, very sweet. I don't think she's coming, y'all. But listen, I don't want to keep you here. If Karine, I'd be happy to have her tomorrow. You know, I don't, like I said, from jump. If Karine wants to come live and tell her side, I'm never gonna stop her. But I saw someone backstage, and it's not Karine. So give me a few minutes. I'll go on IG for the after show. So catch me on IG, and I need like a half hour. 11 Eastern on IG. We'll do members after show. I need to eat something. I'm starving. And guys, thank you so much for being here. And let me add that I didn't want to be here at all tonight. And it was really nice. Oh, Diamond Girl. It was really nice seeing everybody from YouTube. And it was nice seeing all you. It was just nice. So, to my friends, thank you. And I'll see you guys on IG in a little. Thank you so much for the support. And I'm sorry if I didn't read the super chats out loud. I tried to put them on screen because I didn't want to stop Luana. Thank you for that. And to the new members, thank you. And listen, if this is my last, because you know what's going to happen after this ends. If this is my last interview on YouTube, because you know what's going to happen, right? Then I'm happy to go out on one of the best interviews I've ever had. And I'm going to thank Luana for that. So you guys have a great night. I'll see you on IG in a little. Bye, everybody.